Have you ever wanted to do something but you had enough time for that because you were playing video games or watching full videos in YouTube or Instagram? This is what most people do at the age of 12 and even older. That's because they don't know how to use their time correctly. I wish we would have enough time for everything. So everything started from the moment I realized that if I want to achieve something, I have to have a goal and a plan, and that I have to use my time correctly. A goal and a plan are very important from your results. Also, at that time, at 12 years old, I decided who I want to become in the future. After that, I written the list of my interests. I wrote the things I like and that I want to do. And I've also written what I should do to become good in them. So, my first advice is to know what you want to achieve and what should you do to do that. After that, I had a lot of things to do in my list, so it even was a little bit hard to choose what to do. It was very important to prioritize things because my results relied on the things I do. So I would highly recommend you to focus on the most important things first. Next, let's talk about something I call time eaters. We all have them. Those are things that waste our time when we use them. Those can be everything: video games, social media, or something else. And when I was 12, it was the time when I just started to don't waste my time. I've noticed that I spend 5 or 6 hours every day using my mobile phone. So from that moment, I've started to minimize my time eaters by reducing the time I use them. So my next advice is to try to minimize using your time eaters. It's pretty easy. Everything you have to do is to write a list of things that you use most and that you think they are useless. Next advice is closely related to the one before. Imagine situation. You are working on something really very important, and then something distracts you. You just forget about that. And in these situations, this is one of the most common situations how it happens in life. Because sometimes it may be hard to focus on something. There are many things around us, those time eaters. So my next advice is to try to focus on something you do. So now we are closely coming to our time management methods, and today I would like to tell you about some I personally use in life. And the first one is to choose what things are most important for you. If you are a visual person, you can try to use the Eisenhower matrix. It's a really useful tool for decision matrix. It is a square where it has 4 squares in it, and with it you can see what things are more important for you now and what should you do now. So my first time management advice is to choose the most important things to do first. And the second method is really widely used in life. It's about dividing the process or what you do into several steps. Imagine you are solving a math problem. Why do you think in the high school most of the problems I solved step by step? Well, that's because it's a lot easier to do something in actions and then combine the results and get an answer. So it may be really useful to rewrite the process and do something step by steps. Or another small example from life. Imagine you are creating a project. Me personally, when I start, I create a plan of my speech. So it may be also a good example of this. So today we talked about some time management methods. We talked about what is time. And the last thing I would like to say is that it's very important to use knowledge we get. Thanks.